Well, like the reality is that a lot of lads are learning. We've a lot of lads in who didn't even play underage inter-county, so it's a complete learning process. And so when you see positive stuff like that, you work on that and you challenge the lads then to improve in areas where we see we're not so good in. The lads have been open to that, and they're constantly trying to find their feet at it. And there's been matches we've done the same things good and the same things bad, and we just keep challenging them to understand it for themselves, and when they understand it inside, they'll move on from there and move up another notch. And so that's what you do. You have to. It's been a disappointing league campaign in terms of results, but hugely positive from the number of players we've blooded and how we've how we've gone on. We've been competitive in pretty much most games, bar the Leitrim game, which was a mystery to all of us as to why we performed so poorly on the day, but it happened, and that's it. Pull up the tint and move on. But yeah, look, I suppose the true measure, of where we'll all be is when we rack around again in 2019 for the league campaign, see how we are. Whether that's whoever's at the helm, it doesn't really matter. A lot of them players will be there again, and that'll be the real sense of where we've gone to in the past 3 to 4 months of the league campaign.
Speaking with Donald Sullivan earlier, David Sullivan, this team with so many young players who haven't had that experience, how important is it for the older members of your squad to be almost like your messengers on the field to ensure that message is getting through, and to, when it needs that bit of calmness, that they can bring that to the side?
Yeah, it's hugely, and to be fair, like I've said there already, that we played Leitrim that day above, and the oldest age defender we had in the field was 23. The 6 defenders were under the age of 23. Now, 3 of those lads would have played a lot of inter-county in the last number of years, but they're still only 23 in their heads. Some of them are only 22. And while they've been there so we have a tendency to get them in very young, but they're still learning. And people need to be confident in themselves as a human, as a person, to be able to lead others. And that comes with age, as we get to the wrong side of 40s and 50s and so forth, understand that. So it is important, and it's the reality of it, but some of our older players have little or no experience while they've been around the scene. Very few of them have actually played a lot of game time. So while they've been around the scene, they might not always pass on the message in the right way, but they try, and you try and help them to understand that's not the way to deliver messages, there's other ways, and you work with them to try and improve. There's the personality side of it then with people. Some people just will never be leaders because they're just quite personal people, that's the way they are, and so you've got to try and identify people we thought might have been leaders, may not transpire to be leaders, and people we don't think will be leaders will turn out to be leaders, but you just got to work at it, and it's over time you'll identify that. But the reality is you have to try and get the older players right now, but some of them are learning. You mentioned Donald, and Donald is certainly one of those. Unfortunately for us, Donald's in goals and he's too far back to field for many to get to all players, but yeah, it's a work in progress, and some lads are taking up the mantle and so forth, so we just keep working at it.